All right, guys, it is Monday. We've got four plays for you for the Monday Night Football slate on October 14th. Welcome to our show, Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you have fantasy football questions, just drop a comment and we will get back to you. We get back to everybody. Yeah, if you have questions about tonight's game, anything fantasy related, picks related, we're happy to have a little chat with you in the comment section. If you guys don't mind, do us a favor and like the video. Just really helps us out a lot. You have no idea. So cool. All right, so let's talk about the plays real quick. I'm going to be taking Braylon Allen over 10.5 receiving yards. I'm getting that on Prize Picks and Underdog. And then I'm also going to be going with Tyler Bass kicking points. We're getting that 7 on Prize Picks and 6.5 on Underdog. It's a little bit lower multiplier, but I'm just going to take that because that's like that seems I like those odds. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Breece Hall for over 15 fantasy score on Prize Picks, getting that at 1365 over on Underdog because it's half point PPR over there. And then we're taking Josh Allen for over 242.5 passing and rushing yards. Over on Underdog though, we're getting it at 239.5, so pretty decent discount over there, but feeling pretty good about this one.
All right, yeah, man. There's a lot for us to figure out about tonight's game. It's going to be there's not a game that we're not excited about. Maybe some Browns games, but like besides that, like there's always something exciting to take away. We're in week 6, but we're still learning a lot about these teams. And with this situation with Robert Saleh getting, fired, and then Nathaniel Hackett no longer calling plays, like it's just going to be interesting to see what this Jets team looks like tonight. And then also you've got the Buffalo Bills, who are kind of like in some sort of funk right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we have relatively low over under. I think it's at like 41.5 or 40.5. But hopefully we get like a really good game tonight. So if you haven't signed up for Underdog yet, they're running Boosttober. You can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick when you sign up using code BACKDOOR. There's a link in the description. You can just go through that link, but if it asks you for a code, throw in code BACKDOOR and they will hook you up. They're running these boost tokens every day of the month of October. And then there'll be some other promos on the horizon here too, as we approach basketball. It's coming pretty soon. Can't wait. It's going to be night after night. Just, I love football. I love playing, DFS for football. But basketball, the thing that I've always loved about it is the nonstop action. It's a little bit faster paced, so I can't wait to get back into that in about a week or so. So yeah, use code BACKDOOR. We're also partnered up with Sleeper. So if you haven't signed up for Sleeper Picks yet, you should definitely take advantage of it. It's super practical. You can just make plays while you're setting your fantasy football lineup. They have plays as low as $1, just like Underdog. And they're going to give you 100% deposit match up to $100 when you sign up using code BACKDOORFS. So yeah, diversify the platforms you're on. That covers our partners for now. Now, real quick, we'll talk briefly. I went 1-2. I let you guys down. I'm sorry about that, guys. Kirk Cousins, it turned out to be an absolutely run-heavy game, and I thought maybe with the hamstring situation with Bijan, maybe we'd see a little bit more Tyler Algier. Maybe they would. I thought that Kirk was just going to carve up this defense, and he had an opportunity. He, had some red zone looks to Drake London. I believe one got called back. Some moments I think he ended in like the 14s. So it was close. And then Brian Thomas Jr., that one did not pan out. He did not get the regular target, being sort of the centerpiece of their offense. He didn't get that. And we also had Evan Ingram coming back. So it seemed like Trevor Lawrence was kind of just like relying on his old target there. But I still believe in Brian Thomas. And it was just a little bit of a tough matchup, but I thought that he would at least break one or two off. And it wasn't until Mac Jones came in when the game was just completely out of reach that Mac Jones was actually targeting Brian Thomas more. So unfortunately, that one didn't pan out. But obviously, David Montgomery fantasy score that was just ridiculously low. He cashed that very easily. And then Jordy had a better day. He went 2-1. You want to talk about yours for a sec?
Yeah. So I had George Pickens was my only miss of the day. I took him for over 3.5 receptions, and he went for 3. Somehow in this blowout, he didn't get 4 receptions. Najee Harris had a field day, which I kind of figured he would. Then Stephon Diggs, I took him over 5.5 receptions. He was off to the races on this one. First half, they targeted him like 5 times. He had 3 receptions. One of them got called back, so he actually had 4 for a minute. And then in the second half, I don't think he had a single reception in the third quarter, and then he got it all done in the fourth, so it was a little sketchy on that one. New England's defense actually played pretty well. Like early on, he was feasting, and then they put Christian Gonzalez on him, and it got a lot tougher for him. Christian Gonzalez is really, really good. And then I took Ezekiel Elliott for over 14.5 rushing yards. I really wish I didn't even have to watch this game, but he somehow eked out 17 rushing yards. So he got over this line. This line has just been a honeypot. He's getting over that one every week, thank God, somehow. But George Pickens was the only miss for me. But it was a close week, all things considered.
Yeah, and hopefully we can bounce back here. Love to just get a sweep tonight. So let's get into these plays. All right, I'm going to start with Braylon Allen here. So this one, I feel really comfortable with it. My only concern is the new OC gonna just make a statement and just make Breece this absolute bell cow tonight? I wouldn't be surprised, but I think that Braylon Allen is just too good. He's not going to need a whole lot of opportunities, and maybe Buffalo gets out to a lead, and they're playing from behind a little bit, and the Jets do have to kind of get into a little bit of a faster paced offense. But I mean, with this matchup, the Bills are 32nd in receiving yards allowed to running backs. So 10.5 yards. This kid's super talented. I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to get this done on one catch. So I'm going to be going with this one for more. I do feel confident about it. I just wanted to be honest with you guys about that. Keep that in mind, Breece. If I was the new OC, I would make a statement and be like, why are we not just absolutely feeding this elite athlete that we've got? I'm going to be going, and he's Braylon Allen is at a 6% target share, which is actually pretty decent for the second running back on the team. Breece Hall sitting at around 15% that's solid for running backs. I know we talk wide receivers. We want to see these target shares for like a good wide receiver one is going to be like knocking on the door of 30%. But for running backs, that 30% is 15%. So Breece is getting heavily targeted. And 6 for a backup. I think he can get over 10.5 yards. Let's take a look at Daily Grind. They've got, they love all sorts of stuff for him. If you'd rather take his rushing yards at 33.5, the optimizer has that favorite as his best play, 51.57%. Odds to hit -125 according to Daily Grind. I'm going with the receiving yards at 10.5. They've got this one just over the 50-50 mark, 50.05% odds to hit the over. This line is on all sorts of platforms. So go with your gut. You don't have to take all the plays that we recommend, but I just 10.5. I just really think he can get that done in like a catch or 2 catches. He's definitely cashing that. Especially with that matchup, 32nd in receiving yards allowed to running backs specifically. So I'm feeling good about that. And then I'm going to be going with Tyler Bass. I was originally going to be taking James Cook fantasy score. And then I read in more to his like foot injury. He is officially questionable. And so I'm just going to be fading James Cook tonight unless we hear like some solid reporting before the game, but it's getting late. So if he's still questionable and if it's a foot injury, if there's any re-aggravation, I decided to just pivot off of that and go with Tyler Bass because I think that he's going to be able to get this done. The Jets are 22nd in kicking points allowed, and he's gone 4 of 5. The only game he didn't get it done was against Baltimore there. But yeah, I think with this Jets defense, they're going to be in some situations where they're within, in the red zone or red zone ish, and the Jets defense is able to just hold them from, advancing the ball. So they'll just rely on Tyler here. So yeah, 6.5 on Underdog and 7 on Prize Picks. I feel good about both of these. And typically when I'm going like kickers, I like to take the fantasy score in case he breaks off like a 50-yarder. But he hasn't really been doing that too much. It's been relatively shallow kicks when they just can't convert. So they're not like sending him out there like some of these kickers we see. That they're just going to go for like Brandon Aubrey type stuff, which is like, that dude is just an absolute machine. But anyways, I feel good about Tyler getting this done. Let's take a look at daily grind for this one. They got this favor to go over on Prize Picks at 7, and then 6.5. Obviously, they feel good about 2 on Underdog, but this is a 51.38% odds to hit the over, -122. And then if you look at the juice on these, like for the 6.5 line, these are just heavily juiced on every single platform. -150 on DraftKings, -154 on Caesars. So for him to get over that 6.5, he's got to get to 7. And at least with Prize Picks, they are pretty cool about if you do push, it doesn't just completely refund your slip, which I like that, depending on the size of the slip you make. But so yeah, I'm feeling good about this. It's just a little bit higher chance of a push on Prize Picks, but I think he'll be able to at least get to 8 in this. So if you guys want to check out this app, Daily Grind, it's a killer DFS app. It does all the work for you. You can obviously see, you set it to whichever platform you're on, and then it'll show you information about the line you're getting, and then it'll show you all the other platforms, so you can kind of compare and decide maybe you want to take it on another platform. You can also see the odds of all these other platforms, so it just gives you a lot of information, helps you cash a lot more often. So if you guys want to try this out, use code BACKDOOR at dgfantasy.com, and they'll give you 25% off of your first subscription. So however long you want to make it, lock it in for the rest of football or all through NBA, however long up for a year. So they cut it off at a year, but 25% off of this tool that will definitely help you cash more often. Code BACKDOOR at dgfantasy.com. And if you guys want to check out Outlier, they're just going to let you try it for free. Just go through the link in the description of the video, and you can check out Outlier for a week. So it's pretty sweet as far as covering matchups, injury reports, and insights about the players. So yeah, just go through that link and they will hook you up. All right, Jordy.
All right, so to get into my plays here, I've got this Breece Hall fantasy score. I did see this Breece Hall first quarter rushing prop. I might throw this. This is a total YOLO, so don't take this if you're serious, but I might throw this into a slip or two. 13.5 is just really low, so like he could break that off in one play. So I just thought it was interesting. Great. But fantasy score at 15 is what I'm going with for the full game though. I feel really good about this line. If you look at what he's done this year, the last 2 games have obviously been an absolute disaster. It led to the firing of Saleh and then the play call stripping from Nathaniel Hackett. So I feel like they were under the impression there was a little bit of Aaron Rodgers tampering going on with the playbook, because the dude was throwing like 50 times a game and it was not looking good for him. So I think Breece Hall is going to absolutely feast tonight. I kind of had this narrative as soon as, I feel like everyone thinks this way, but I think a couple days ago I was looking at Breece, and I was actually going to take him for the Sunday video, not knowing that they were the Monday game, and his rush attempts were at 11.5, and I was like, I should have just locked that in. I don't know what I was doing, but now they're up to 14. So I feel like everyone's kind of on that wave right now of like, okay, Breece is going to have a bounce back game. But the fantasy score looks great to me. The rush attempts are just a little high, especially if they go down in this game. And the Jets cannot afford to lose this game. They really can't. They got to get a win here. But God forbid they go down in this game. I don't want him trying to muster it up, 15 rush attempts. That's just a lot for being down in the game. Maybe he goes for like 20 and we all just look dumb, but the fantasy score to me looks the best, because I think if he gets that many opportunities, he's going to get into the end zone with at least one of those, and if he scores, this is cash. So I feel really good about the fantasy score line here. As you guys know, Prize Picks is full PPR, so he does catch the ball a lot as well. If you look at his receiving yards here, actually let's go to his receptions. So yeah, like in the last 5 games he's played this year: 5, 7, 4, 2, and 3. So obviously in the beginning of the year it started off looking like it did last year, where they were just feeding him and it looked great. I think they're going to get back to that, and their new coach is a very run heavy coach. In the past he's been the 35 rush attempts between his running backs guy, so I think Breece is going to go absolutely crazy alongside Braylon Allen. If you look at this one on Daily Grind, it's a 50.45% chance to go over. It's a -101, so take that as you will. Fantasy scores are always low on the odds. And then next up for me, I've got Josh Allen for over this passing and rushing yards. To me, if they have a chance of keeping this game competitive at all, he's gonna have to hit this line. These last couple games that have looked rough for them, he has not hit this line, but in some of these games he's gone absolutely crazy. And I think he'll get back to rushing the ball a lot more tonight, or I'm sorry, throwing the ball a lot more tonight. I think he'll still get his rushing yards, but the Jets are number 1 in passing yards allowed, so it's going to be a very tough matchup for him. But I just think if this game's going to be at all competitive, he's going to have to go well over this line. He'll probably have to be in the 260 to 300 range for them to have a shot in this game. I think just with how it's going to go, I think the Jets are going to be absolutely burning the clock, so I think you're going to see a lot of big plays down the field from Josh Allen. That's what I'm hoping for. Everyone else does not feel that way, and I understand why. I mean, I know this is the number 1 passing defense, so this is juiced to go under a 51.46% chance. You can take the rushing yards if you want, but after how he just got, I'm pretty sure, concussed in the last game, where he was literally sleeping on the floor and woke up and they just let him keep playing. I'm not sure how he got away with that, but I don't think he's going to be running as much in this game. Maybe I'm wrong and he just goes for his typical 8 to 10 rushing attempts. I could definitely see a world where he does that, but that's why I want both, right? We're taking the passing and rushing here. So that's just what I'm going with. I think his pass attempts look okay as well. They're at 30 though, which is kind of high, but I just want all the yardage I can get with Josh Allen, because I think he's obviously the playmaker on the team. If you don't like the extra 42 yards tacked on for the rushing, you can just take the passing at 203. I love that line too. I'll probably end up playing both. That way, if he does one over the other, I get best of both worlds. But I do like having both in there, so I'm going to be taking both of those tonight for over. If you guys want to tail along, go ahead. If you don't feel good about it, you don't have to take them. But if you guys want to diversify the platforms you're playing on even further, go check out Chalkboard. They're a lot of fun. They're the king of alt lines. You can take a play like Josh Allen at 203 passing yards and just bump it up 2 or 3 different times and get a higher multiplier on that. You can get it up to like a 3 or a 4x depending on what lines they're giving you. It's a lot of fun. And if you don't feel like he's going to go over the 203, you could probably bump it down to like 195.5 or 185.5 and just get a lower multiplier on it and have a better chance of cashing. But if you go over there and sign up and use code BACKDOOR at checkout, they'll give you a 100% deposit match up to $100, and they'll give you a free play to help you cash. So if you want to play tonight, they'll probably give you like a Josh Allen 0.5 passing yards if you sign up with code BACKDOOR tonight to help you cash your first slip. So it's a lot of fun over there. Definitely go check out Chalkboard. They've been really good to us, and they're just a super awesome platform to play on, and I think they have a lot of potential over there to be something really cool and really big. So links in the description for that, and that's going to do it for me tonight.
Cool. Yeah, I was looking on Chalkboard right now. They've got a pretty juicy boost going. 2x for Josh Allen, 32.5 rushing yards. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of that one, because that's all the way down to 32.5 plus 2x. But yeah, you can stack up your multiplier quick on Chalkboard. It's a lot of fun.
For sure.
Okay, if you guys want to come join our Discord, we have so much fun with this community. We play all sorts of sports in here. There's been a lot of college football and esports going. It's about to get wild with basketball. So if you guys want to come join us, there is a link in the description of the video for Patreon. If you sign up through Patreon, that manages our subscriptions. So you can see once you sign up for Patreon, just go into the connected apps section in the menu bar under settings. And then they've just got a section where you connect your Discord, and then it'll unlock the whole Discord for you once you sign up through Patreon. If you do that, make sure you hop in the community chat. Let us know that you are new so we can welcome you and kind of help you understand sort of the rhythm of how we do things. We've got extra analysts in here that all kind of have their own sort of unique specialty that they focus on. So we work together as a team. We have a lot of fun. And then also come join us on X. If you want to follow Backdoor Fantasy Sports on X, we post a lot of different types of content on here. I forgot, there's a double cash Jordy got for the Discord. What was that, on Saturday? I think you hit that.
Yeah, Saturday.
So yeah, if you want to come follow us, you can follow Jordy, you can follow myself, you can follow the main Backdoor account, and then also Moose, our other analyst. He's been killing it. I don't see him on here right now, but yeah, Moose is in the description as well. We're on Instagram, TikTok. We're stepping things up with all of our social media content. So go follow us on all of those accounts. And good luck tonight, guys. Very excited for basketball to be coming back soon. And hopefully we get some fireworks in tonight's game. We'll catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.